Ooh.
I'm also looking at the camera, and we're the NyanCave.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Spirit of Justice. It's that game that we play where we make silly voices. And, you know, I think that's good.
And the points don't matter.
Yeah.
Silly.
Silly.
I try very hard.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Don't be silly.
I think that booster voice just makes its own. I was nominated for 8 Grammys.
Oh, man. They are really giving those things away then.
They sure are.
Wow. Okay. So thumbs up on the video if you dig what we're doing. And without further ado, I've got a cat here.
Wee. He wants hugs. I've been giving him hugs, and he really likes hugs.
Oh, don't you get out of there. Stop looking at my water. Why do they do
He wants water. He wants people water.
Yeah, not any other water. He's got tons of water.
I'm about to fucking destroy you. Let's do this.
The latest victim was Perez-a-lot.
Objection.
He had been training under the High Priest and living in his house for the past 2 years. The High Priest's widow, Believe in Me, has identified the victim's body. He may have been mistaken for a rebel and killed due to his connection to the High Priest.
Mistaken for a rebel. Oh, I see. Well, that certainly makes sense. Would the defense care to respond? I didn't spot any inconsistencies in her testimony so far, and I don't have any evidence in my arsenal. What am I gonna do now? What is it, Maya?
I was just wondering about how much the police actually looked into Acolytes a lot. Because it might prove to be the key we need as to why the divination seance failed. I can't read today. I'm sorry. I'm trying really hard.
You got there in the end, sweetie. It's all good.
We're gonna get there together, everybody.
Yeah, it's gonna be so good. Just
We're gonna find it.
Because the power of friendship, like our good buddy Sora, this month's prize for waffles. Get waffles, like the video.
Clay's the only one who knows how to read.
What are you getting at?
No.
Well, it's just a hunch.
Wait a second. During my investigation, Rafa told me about how the divination seance works. If I could figure out as to why it failed, maybe she could try it again, and we could watch that cutscene again. Okay, time to press for some more information.
How many likes are in the video? It's only 5 minutes we've been live, but how many?
What do you got? What do you got for us, Chad?
Last time they got like 130.
I was so proud.
I'm so proud of this community.
The latest victim was Perez-a-lot.
Furiously pressing hold it. What kind of person was Acolyte Zealot?
According to the neighbors and the others who knew him, he was a deeply devout youth.
I too have heard his name mentioned as one who was a fervent practitioner.
Wow, sounds like he was trying to cover something up.
I suppose you might say he was the High Priest's star disciple.
That sounds like collusion.
Furthermore, there's a mouse on my bonnet. It's gone. He had been training under the High Priest and living in his house for the past 2 years.
2 years? Are you sure about that?
That's right, Adam. It's that little bar.
We took statements from his neighbors and his fellow monks. They all corroborate our initial findings.
What about you, Maya?
Well, when I first came here,
Yeah?
Go on. No dramatic pause.
I saw Zealot praying under the High Priest's instruction.
Uh-huh. I see. So the results of the police investigation seem to check out.
The High Priest's widow, Believe in Me, has identified the victim's body.
Hold it! Was Mrs. Inme's positive ID the only way you verified the identity of the victim?
Huh? Well, no. We also checked the ID card he carried and the data in his family registry.
Oh, shit.
But
what?
his personal information didn't match any of the public records we cross-referenced.
Wow. Maybe that's why the divination seance failed.
I'm not sure what you mean, Mr. Wright.
Here's what I'm thinking. His address is wrong. Okay, well, there's no penalty here, so I'm doing it.
Giving the obviously correct
The victim's
answer.
address is wrong.
Mr. Wright? Even if it was wrong, how would that affect the divination seance?
Oh, you're right. It wouldn't. What was that? What was it that a divination seance required again? Oh, right. Then there's only one possible answer.
It looks like the fact his personal info wasn't in the public records isn't important.
No, Emma, it is important. The victim decided to hide his identity for some reason. In other words, he was using a fake name. The royal priestess uses a deceased face and true name to summon their spirit.
Why, yes, that is indeed true.
If he was using a forged ID and there is no mention of him in our public records, then he was likely an illegal immigrant. They are not uncommon here in Kurain.
An illegal immigrant. Come to think of it, Rafa mentioned something about immigrants yesterday.
But if that's the case, we have no way of knowing who he really is. We'll have to proceed without holding a divination seance this time.
I'd always thought that Acolyte Zealot was a Kurainese. Oh, how the High Priest must be lamenting his disciples' deception in the Twilight Realm. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think? Should we add this to the testimony? Add it to the testimony!
Add it to the testimony.
Por favor.
Add it to the testimony!
Nagi!
Oh! Whoa there! Hi, I'm back from Sweden. I spent a week in Söderköping. Söderköping? With limited Wi-Fi, but I'm finally back home. I'm so excited to be back, and I'm sad I missed the wild reveal last stream. More Polly backstory. No.
Right.
I'm glad to be back, y'all.
Deep.
Love you.
Aw,
welcome home. I hope you had fun in Söderköping.
I do too.
Sorry, Sweden, for mispronouncing.
This is an important fact. Please add it to the testimony. It would seem to be a fact most inconvenient for the defense. But if you insist, Detective Sky, please add what you just said to your testimony.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Remember, everybody, the number one rule of Ace Attorney. You must first convict your client before you can have them proven innocent.
He was an illegal immigrant, so we don't know his real name.
Isn't there some way to track down his real name?
No, not if he was an illegal immigrant.
Have you actually confirmed that he was in Kurain illegally?
Well, we don't have any conclusive evidence. But there's also no evidence of him being a citizen of Kurain either.
Oh boy. Now what do I do?
What if there was a clue in the evidence you gathered?
That's probably our only hope at this point. If he really was an illegal immigrant, our proverbial goose is probably cooked.
So we have to look at our.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
He may have been mistaken as a rebel and killed due to his connection to the High Priest.
Maya isn't that Lady Kira who's been going around capturing rebels.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright, but
That verdict was already handed down in the previous trial. It is no longer a point of dispute, and I will not allow you to make it so.
But
No ifs, ands, and most of all, no buts.
Zero.
Yeah, no buts, chat. Watching you. No buts, okay? Otherwise, you'll find out what's below the hell of tickling, okay?
No buts.
No buts.
The accused was posing as Lady Kira. And she killed Acolyte Zealot because she mistakenly believed him to be a rebel.
that's not true. I'm sorry. The verdict has already been read in that case. I have to assume it's a fact now.
Now what do we do? Now I know why the divination seance failed, but...
But what he just
Shit.
said?
Nothing's really changed.
Yeah, which means we're in big trouble.
If he really was an illegal immigrant, it's gonna be real hard to find out his real name.
I guess our only choice is to give up on the whole divination seance thing. If only there was some way to find out the victim's real name.
If only. If only. If only.
I can't wait for a new pun to pop up here.
His real name is Raheel Name.
No reaction.
It'd be like the name.
Real name, yeah.
The priestess acting as Lady Kira's representative must know her name. That name is Imsun. Speaking this name is unforgivable. Lock this knowledge deep in your heart and devote yourself to prayer.
Yeah.
What if his name is the key?
Oh. Kind of like the barnacle.
Nice.
Let's look at his. Yeah. Spinal cord injury. Oh.
Oh, here, if you'd like to read it.
Spinal cord injury from a stab wound. The weapon is thought to be a warbad dagger. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. He's got a peach tattoo.
Oh.
Peaches and cream.
That's his name. Lil Peachy. He's a rapper. Lil Peach. Wait, was it? Not from the right. I know what you're planning. Okay. Spring water was already red. Okay.
Oopsies.
No names written in blood or anything. That's fine. Bloodlust. Lady Kira returns to
Like
rebel
the Loch Ness
battles.
monster right here. Just
Such rumors, enthusiast purification rite. Okay, today's purification rite. Thick white ice, blog ground, plaza devotion, melted. Police are asking people, insurgent escape from royal penitentiary area around inner sanctum. Everybody be warned, cold front overnight.
Wow.
What about this rebel hideout? Uh-huh. What about the book?
Wait. Sorry. Ah, yes.
You don't think it's the blood, do you?
Why, though?
and they like weekend Bernied him, like killed him in the back, and then put him there to pray.
Jesus.
I don't know if that would help at all.
Okay, let me look at the log here.
I was thinking like the tattoo log they said, but I didn't see any evidence that it's like, oh, the log of all the tattoos and the name of the people that have them is here.
Did they mention that?
Yeah, at Temple, they've got a log of all the people and what their tattoos.
Oh, they said the
denote.
face tattoos represent what they do and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know about that peach tattoo.
It's because his
But
bottom
maybe.
was round like a peach, baby.
The green text is really important.
But did you see? Like I was listening, I didn't hear any of the evidence saying anything near what I just said. Now, what if you can just send the photo and be like, Peaches! His name is Peaches! Tasty, tasty Peaches!
Peaches for me. Billions of peaches.
He's a
Peaches
peach-shaped
for
tattoo
free.
on the nape of his neck.
Yeah! Yeah! Peaches! Of course! I just hate this tune because it's like a it's a toned down version of the Steel Samurai, like, or I don't know, pitched down or something. Anyways, it's just off-putting to me. That's the sound when the record player is like losing energy, is going from Steel Samurai to.
And Blood Kitten, I'm not gonna play your donation only cause it sets an emotional expectation.
But thank you for the donation.
Yes, thank you.
The donation full of expectation. Hold on. That is the dumbest reasoning I've ever heard. Really, GD? In the history of this channel? His name being Peaches because he's a peach tattoo is the dumbest reasoning? I don't know. I'd say it's up there, but I don't know if it's the dumbest. So we should probably
Maybe
send it.
though.
Okay, hold on. Let me try
Maybe
one. Let me
you
try
do
one
throw
thing
the
here.
peach tattoo where it's like. Hold it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, but the victim was using a fake name, though, so he may have very well been in Kurain illegally.
Yes, that's very likely the case.
Now that I have an opening, what next? It's still not going to help me to learn... Oh, it's still not going to help me learn Zealot's true identity. Was he really an illegal alien?
Oh, didn't hurt?
I didn't send anything. I just
No.
pressed it again, and we got something different.
He was an illegal alien because he has a peach tattoo instead of a what does the peach tattoo mean? And they'll be like, oh, peach tattoo doesn't mean anything in our country. And they'll be like, who has a
Oh.
peach tattoo?
Sorry, this is
Well, when I
different, too.
first came here, I saw Zealot praying underneath the High Priest's instruction.
I see. So the results of the police investigation seem to check out.
Plot thickens.
Hold it!
Yeah.
Objection!
Buh.
Yeah, I don't know. It says if only there's a way to find out the victim's name.
The victim's real name, yeah.
Maybe he has other tattoos, one of which
Yeah.
is his own name.
Yeah. Have you looked at his left butt cheek? Judge, have you looked there? That's where I would have it tattooed. A butt tattoo isn't the first place I'd get a tattoo.
No? You wouldn't get like 2 targets on either cheek, so then...
When you open it up, it looks like a clown face.
What? No! I was gonna say for like...
Going.
No, that's weird. Oh, gross. I don't like it.
And I can only do that because I've got the beard going on.
Never mind. I regret bringing it up. I regret.
If I was shaved, it wouldn't be the
I
same.
have regret.
Oh my god. Yeah, cool Ford, man. Maybe he has a tattoo of a barcode on the back of his neck. That was filmed in Vancouver. I knew a guy that did a day on that show and said Jessica Alba was not very kind to him. Maybe she's a lovely woman now.
I have no clue what this is.
Dark Angel.
Oh.
And maybe there's other people like Hitman
Well-
back of his head. Yeah.
Unless his name is Grub. Grub the key.
Are we okay? Maybe okay. Are we okay? Are we supposed to be like proving his name or that he was a rebel? Because if we're like he was a rebel and then we call back in rebel guy.
Okay, yeah. And how
And
do we
then
prove that he
Rebel
was a
guy-
rebel?
We're trying to disprove that he was an illegal immigrant, I think. It sounds like, at least.
Where was the thing that it's like Believe found him roaming the desert? Remember that? Not Believe, sorry. In me? The Zealot? No, what's his face?
Because what's his face was like, I found him in the desert, and now he lives at my house.
Yeah. And GD will just simply say it is about the name.
Okay, can we go through the evidence? I think that it's one of the earlier things.
I've been doing that.
Because I'm really thinking it's like, what's the next? That one.
This one?
Wait, no. Is there one from Believe? Does Believe have anything to do with this?
A believed
Yeah.
testimony or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. It's this.
Family photo, blah, blah, blah. Dishes prepared for feast, noon. That's it?
Wait, hold on. Let me double check one thing here. Starts at noon on the day before the rite and must be finished by 3 p.m. the same day. Okay. And May 10th, 4 to 5 a.m. What day was the rite on? Was the rite on May 11th? This is the May 9th. Today is purification, right?
Ravenscale. His name is Millions O' Peaches. Peaches for free. Millions O' peaches. Stabbed gently.
I just don't see where we have this at all.
Oh, look, there he is. There's a peach tattoo right on.
What was there?
I legitimately have no idea what statement or what piece of evidence.
Very interesting. Also, super duper interesting. We actually investigated that orb the first time we entered THURS and me's house.
Yeah.
And then it was like, yeah, no, it's an orb. Don't touch it. And the whole thing. And then dude gave it to us later. And it's also in that picture. So, anyways, just note that. I'm just wondering if there's something else we can glean from this.
Oh, is it mistaken for a rebel and like actually a rebel?
I know. Yeah, that's what I'm really thinking.
I say throw the picture at this statement because
This one?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's fair. Give me a moment here. I know we have to start doing something, but
Guys, this is much.
sorry. Now that I have an opening, what next?
I really just wish we had the thing that was like, he was wandering the desert.
Yeah.
It's
And
still
then
not
we
going to
named
help
him.
me learn Zealot's true identity. Was he really an illegal alien?
His name is Peachy Bottom. Yeah. What are you thinking? I say it's at that point where we try our best guesses. I mean best theories. Oh, I thought the music changed because we've been here so long.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, so it. Oh, I'm just
Is
gonna say
anything cool here?
it's a stagnant image. If you got a best guess?
The day before the rite. It's held the day before the rite. What does this say again? Family photos, customary pudding dishes, remain prepared during the feast, which starts at noon on the day before the rite. I don't know, man. None of it makes a lick of sense. I don't have a
Throw the
best
family
guess.
photo!
What about it?
Yeah, family photo. Send.
Confident save and then throw it.
This is.
Frick.
Damn.
It's only the matter. Sorry, that scream just sort of slipped out because someone told me to do it.
It's better than doing nothing.
Okay.
I don't know about Charles in your country. Refrain from such rash outbursts here.
Damn.
Perhaps this will deter any further urges you might have.
Well, now we know that that's not one of the options. Let's continue.
All
I'm not
right.
helping my case in the judge's eye, both literally and figuratively.
All right. I say send the peach tattoo.
At this one?
Yeah. Yes. At immigrant.
Ho ho!
Aha! Grand victory!
Sorry, Detective Sky. But the police missed something important in their investigation.
Huh? What are you talking about?
The victim was undeniably a Kurainese native. And this crime scene photo proves it.
Oh,
It had nothing
God.
to do with his name, you jackasses.
What?
It does. It's a little hard to see, but look closely. You'll see clear proof that the victim was Kurainese.
Oh no.
Where? I don't see anything that would prove that.
This proves the victim was Kurainese.
He's got a dagger of your people growing out of his back.
I assume it's the tattoo.
It's probably the
it's the only
tattoo.
thing of interest.
Yeah.
Well, the dagger makes sense too.
He's dead.
Look at this tattoo right here.
It's a really high resolution.
a tattoo of a peach. I would like you all to think about the meaning of this tattoo.
Oh,
His name
the victim
is
really
Peaches.
liked peaches?
Well, peaches are a favorite delicacy on Kurain.
They happen to be a personal favorite of mine. The sweetness of their abundant nectars and the softness of their perfectly ripe flesh.
Naruto
Yeah.
eats peaches.
They are a blessing from the Holy Mother herself.
Nick, I've suddenly got a craving for peaches.
After the trial, Maya. Right now, we have bigger fish to fry.
In peach.
Unfortunately, that is not a tattoo of a peach.
What?
It is not a peach, you say? Then what is it?
Oh,
Take a
no.
closer look. Haven't you seen something like that before? Oh my god. Namely, the tattoo on the high priest's brow. Oh my.
What?
This mark is only borne by members of the Kurainist clergy. Oh my god. It was one of those, like, tattoo repair missions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So that is what you believe it to be. But the...
Sure, I'm gonna let you finish. But they're shaped differently, but there's a reason for that. The victim had the peach-shaped tattoo inked over an existing tattoo for some reason. However, the dark red portion is exactly the same as the mark of all Kurainist clergy bear.
Hey, you're right.
Until about 20 some odd years ago, everyone did get one, didn't they? I myself bear one, am I right?
That is entirely too much information, Your Majesty.
Buttock.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it just sucks because, like, someone said that the name is what we're figuring out here, and I know nothing. Like, if we were going the original track of, like, proving that he was not an illegal immigrant first, I would prefer that.
Chat, you led us astray, and then GD's
Yeah.
like, what's up with all the peaches? Why eat the peaches? And I'm like, fine, it's not the peaches. I get it. It's not peaches. But it was peaches.
Yeah. I think in
Information
general,
on everyone who enters the clergy is maintained at the temple. All we have to do is look up a monk with the mark in the same spot.
I'm on it. I'll let you know if I get any hits.
Because you even knew about the tattoo registry, too.
Yeah.
That will not be necessary. If you seek information on the clergy, I have it all right here.
Oh my. You never cease to amaze. So, tell us, is there anyone who fits the bill?
Thanks, Liz.
There is just one, and his name is... Real name.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good stream.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah, no, we knew it.
There it
Predictable.
No, GD, it's your fault. All of you. It's chat's fault. Negative 50 waffles from chat. I'm doing it.
Just got to let out a nice little stream over there and feel a little better about it. Yeah.
He became a monk 20 years ago.
20 years ago? How old was this dude?
What?
Then that must be the victim's real name. It was a joke, guys. Okay, fine, whatever. But why would he have tried to cover up his tattoo with another one? Yeah, there must have been some reason.
Nick, that's not important right now. The important thing is that we know his real name.
You're right. Your Majesty, now that we know the victim's real name, the divination seance might finally work. A lawyer who willingly seeks a seance. This is entirely unprecedented.
You are but digging your own grave, defense.
We won't know until we try. Sure, it's risky, but it's our only hope. Well, let the divination seance be held once more.
There are things going on in donations that I don't understand.
Oh my
I'm
God.
gonna just start playing things and we're
Okay.
gonna talk about it.
Okay. Hey, to the moon.
Since this pun is super hard, I'll explain the English name. Raheel, oh god, of course, is a line of fishing, and name Nemo refers to both.
The wonderful Pixar movie.
The captain and the Pixar fish. The name not only hints at his secret job as a fisherman, but also his fishy attitude.
I
Regards,
see.
totally not Robo.
You can only change your
TV
name so
roll?
many times. TBD!
Oh no, everything's
Robo.
ruined now. I hate that real name. Anyways, it's name explaining time. That was subpar fanfare for you. I imagine you figured out the English names, but just in case, praise-a-lot is praise-a-lot. Zealot is also zealot, a person who's dedicated to religious, political, and or other such beliefs. Yeah.
Bam! Thank you, TBD. Thank you, TBD.
His Japanese alias is Ogamu Mainichi, which sounds like Ogamu Mainichi, which means worship every day.
Oh, that's his other name.
Yeah.
Worship
Oh, it's his real name.
His
TBD.
real
Real
name
name-u.
is Fomyo, which sounds like Homyo, which means real name. So both sides are to blame for that stupid pun. And then there's another one that got broken, because sometimes it does that and it makes me really mad. So you just gotta wait. Well,
Is it, Why
figure
Can't I?
it out. That's the one. I'm playing it now, maybe.
Tom John.
There we
It
go.
happened.
Hey!
Swede, that's about 15 minutes behind here, and I just have to say that your pronunciation of Soderkoping is now my new headcanon. You're very welcome.
Well, you can't say we don't try here.
Why can't
I know that the umlaut above the O makes it sound like something, but I don't know.
don't know what that something is.
I don't know what that something is.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Why
Thank
would a
you,
lawyer
everyone.
work so hard to see the divination seance be
TBD.
held once more?
TBD.
Thanks to both
Everybody.
TBDs.
So I can crush you, Rafa.
You're a fool, Barbed Head, and your foolishness shall yield no gratitude from me. Were the truth revealed by my insights, I shall gladly seek your demise.
Bring it on, princess.
Rude, I'm a princess.
Because I will correctly interpret each and every one of your insights.
You will regret ever thinking you could use my sacred insights as evidence.
What a weird situation.
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped.
That's a little mean towards people with vision issues, you know?
Or hearing issues? Like
Right?
the sign person's like,
Dance of devotion,
Yeah.
guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
I don't know. Chat did vote to watch these. I
Yeah.
don't want to piss chat off.
I love them.
This music kind of reminds me of that one Beatles album. You know the one where they went to
Oh.
India and dropped a ton of acid?
Sergeant
Yeah.
Peppers, probably. No, you know what? This gives me really Near Automata vibes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No way.
It's really good though,
It reminds me of Madoka.
Yeah.
right? A little bit.
Yeah. Any specific character?
No, there's a band called California. Or a band? Artists? I don't know. I guess they're kind of a band.
I really like her like wrist scarf thing.
Can't even remember what I say anymore. All right, what comes to mind?
Yeah, I think there's something. This has got to be motion captured.
Oh right, that that did happen.
Yeah.
She probably get tangled up in that scarf though.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think it's like a Dragon Ball Z thing where she fucks it up and fucks up the seance?
Oh, man.
Oh man. Do you think Fire Emblem Fates inspired this?
I think we got to play the improv and add one new thing each time. My favorite part is that
It's like a memory game.
Yeah.
Oh, what? It's over already? It feels much longer usually. Oh, I just realized her ending position is a lot like the symbol there, where the
Yeah.
scarf makes the bottom of the butterfly.
Were
She
there
is
always
the
bubbles?
butterfly and stuff. Yeah. I don't know, actually. Were there? Oh.
Weed.
Plume Punisher theme. No!
Heavy.
No!
That's bad.
Heavy.
Pain.
Can we say that the death wasn't instant? It was, shortly thereafter instant?
Oh my. It is just as Mr. Wright surmised. Parazelot wasn't the victim's true name. And now at last we've seen the victim's final moments. But all we could see was the ground.
You seem terribly disappointed. I take it you did not find any fodder for one of your infamous turnabouts?
Ooh, turnabouts.
Okay. I feel personally attacked.
I, on the other hand, have discovered something.
Oh god.
Conclusive evidence that establishes the accused guilt.
Imagine if in your final moments the last thing you heard was the Plume Punisher theme song.
Oh, God. Well, that's how
I mean,
you
like-
know it was coming.
Like just to really like bring it to real world, it would be like there's like I don't know, you're like sleeping and all you hear is "Go Go Power Rangers!"
Pain.
You did? A most surprising surprise attack. So.
Oh, it'd be a knockoff Power Ranger.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
Knockoff Power Ranger. Oh, God. Go, Ranger! No, sorry. No, what's another word for go?
And like, fight on,
Oh, yeah.
Travel Ranger power! Go forward at a speed that is faster than being at a point of stopping! Oh, fuck.
This is bad.
So
We've
bad.
made bad happen.
Don't stop, Power Ranger!
Oh no!
Don't stop.
I forgot that name! Also, do we perhaps think that Yudi has a food fetish or something? He seems to think about food way too often for comfort.
Oh, my God. That
Probably
means that
just
he was
hungry.
coming on to Apollo, and he's like, you look like a
Oh,
tasty red pepper.
Tiny endorphin-powered stranger.
Tiny endorphin powered strangers, cleaning all of your shit and making it organized.
we forgot
These
about
tiny
that last-
endorsing
oh, right.
powered strangers.
That is absolutely my favorite line in the game. I totally forgot it.
Yeah, adoptive brothers.
Which game
cheating.
was that from?
I don't want to say here. We'll say later.
Okay.
It was from cleaning up with Marie Con.
I don't know what Tom said, but you've really upset chat. Hey, the 9! Thank
Oh,
you.
what's up? Oh, it was when I say that Nayuda was coming on to Apollo when he's got a bit of a food fetish. Calling
But
him
they're adopted, so it's not blood related.
not blood related, just a tasty.
Oh, tell us, Prosecutor Sadmani, what is this conclusive evidence you
What are you doing, big bro?
Just replace the peaches
Yeah.
with lemons.
What are you doing, step bro?
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah. What are you doing, stepbrother? It's a meme. The Plumed Punisher theme song that the deceased heard.
Fetish.
Please consider this item here. It was confiscated from the accused during her interrogation.
This is amazing. Lady Kira actually is a pregnant woman.
No, but the other thing is, she can't be because the picture of her alive shows it before or after the trade.
Yeah, that was obviously manufactured evidence.
Ah, I understand.
But there's also the clock that you forgot about.
Ooh, it's true.
Hey, that's my Plume Punisher strap!
When you press the Magatama on the Plumed Punisher's belt,
This is so
I
unappealing.
would be so happy if like Rafa just, you know, like had a like concealed groove going on. Ah!
it seems the accused inadvertently pressed the button in the midst of her crime. This strap is an extremely rare item. Is it not, Miss Faye?
You'd better not break it! There's only one of those in the whole wide world! Whole wide world!
Whole wide world.
Whole wide world.
That is-
Maya, no!
It is just as I said.
Smug Rafa.
Your flights of fancy have come crashing down around you. She sure does seem to be enjoying this.
Yeah, I've never seen her look so thrilled before either.
It is time to accept the fact that the divination seance is far more than mere evidence. It is the very truth that brings the hammer of justice down upon the accused.
That is as conclusive as evidence can get. Now then, if there are no further objections.
Slow down there, Your Majesty. At least let me make a counter-argument.
What's this? Do you take issue with the divination seance?
Oh, I have issues with it. I just don't know what they are yet. That's never stopped me before. The divination seance is not the absolute truth. It only becomes the truth after it's been interpreted correctly.
You do not know when you are beaten, do you, foolish lawyer? I am the only one who speaks for the Mitama of the deceased. If you believe there to be errors in my insights, then let us see you prove it.
Don't mind if I do. Insight. Think. Feel. Hear.
The victim was offering up his prayers. It was the night of the rite. The pattern on the plaza's ground was visible in the darkness. Then, someone was there, and the theme to The Plumed Punisher filled the air. The accused held the victim down and plunged her dagger into his upper back. The blade struck true, and in that instant, he departed from this world. That is everything the deceased experienced in his final moments.
Her benevolence's insights have painted a detailed picture, both vivid and true.
I didn't notice any holes there. As they stand now, those insights are really stacked against us. I'll just have to go over each and every one of the deceased sensations very carefully.
Bump it. Twist it.
Who prays with their eyes open?
You right. Oh. Heavy. It's the heavy.
Pain. It was the night of the rite.
Like when we used to pray around the table,
Yeah.
like I would always peek and everyone had their eyes closed.
Oh, so then you were praying with your eyes open.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm sure Jesus doesn't care if my eyes are open.
Oh. 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 Oh, do you see it? Do you understand? I now understand everything completely.
Yay, you're there too!
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
man.
wow. Yeah, there it is. But what do we do first?
How do we prove that this is not, in fact, the carpet, but is instead the giant rock thing covered in moss?
Oh, the plaza's ground was visible.
So what's Jinjo?
Jinjo's
weed.
that thing. Yeah, it's a weed.
We're just gonna call it weed. Because we don't like to be monetized.
Wait. Okay, great. Yeah, because it says the plaza's ground was visible, but there's handprints on that thing.
Oh yeah, there were handprints on that thing.
Yeah.
I forgot about the handprints.
So let's try this.
Yeah.
Objection!
Your benevolence? Oh, isn't this statement inconsistent with the vision?
Inconsistent? I think not.
Exactly. That's where the inconsistency lies.
No, I believe it is in the defense's thought process that the inconsistency lies.
I think you can go with heavy though. Like heavy was didn't say anything in the
What? No. Like, if anything,
Sure.
like, if the deal is right now that we're disproving the Plume Punisher theme, then that's the
What?
thing. But
Is that
someone
a
was
weed?
there
I'm calling the police.
because it's not the ground, even though the ground is clearly wrong, which sucks.
we're just not there yet. So what does the text that her story say? Her story.
And then someone was there, and the theme to the Plume Punisher filled the air.
Sure. Which happened.
No, it didn't.
Why didn't it?
No one was there. Oh, shit. Sorry, I want to see this. So the handprints are right there, right?
Yes.
Now, what would the heavy be? Oh, I guess. Oh,
Remember
it was
when he
falling
touched it?
over, and he was trying to
Yeah.
stop it
Yeah.
from freaking falling.
Yeah. Do you think that he fell backwards onto the knife that was just propped up somehow, sticking?
Oh my god.
But wouldn't he
Maybe,
have
but then
been
someone would have had to
crushed?
cover it up. I don't know.
Yeah.
That sucks, though. That sucks a lot.
I thought he would have been crushed first. What you want?
Yeah, we don't actually have the clock as evidence, so that
You don't have
sucks.
the clock? It's a clock and it makes a song. What are you doing?
All right, well let's.
Yeah, let's do heavy.
Okay. So
Let's do heavy with
yeah.
prayer or something.
victim was offering up his prayers.
Because you
Okay.
can see that it's like, it's not actually offering up his prayers because it's like, oh, it's getting closer. It's getting close. Oh, I guess, no, the. Hold on. Because it could be like, oh, kitty, don't drink my water.
Ah. Okay. This is like, there's so many inconsistencies. It sucks. Because it was not the night of the rite. Because of the Jinjil. Because.
It was the day before,
Yeah, it was the day before the rite.
is when they eat their.
and it must be done by 3 p.m.
Are only prepared. Jinjil, yeah. These dishes are only prepared during the feast.
Everybody finds different things hard, and we're finding this hard, chat. Don't be mean about it.
No, like there are just so many things we could point out about this.
Yeah.
Because I think it. Like, wait, hold on. Let me just double check one thing here.
I think it's the Jinjil.
Oh yeah, it does look really similar. All right, well, yeah, let's select it. Okay, wait, hold on. Wait. Well, the night of the rite. Jinjil. Sure, let's just try it. I mean, this seems weird. I don't know.
Objection!
Excellent. Was it really the night of the right?
If you want, Nyan, you can say suck it a bunch of times.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Just giving you the option.
Thanks. I still love you, Chad, even though sometimes you can be real brats. Oh, I said that, though.
What do you mean? It could not be otherwise. The accused slew Acolyte Zealot after killing the High Priest during the purification rite.
The only problem is, the deceased spirit does not corroborate that.
What's this?
Oh, and I totally get everything now, because it was like, the time of death is all wrong, and yada, yada, yada. But then Emma was all like, the time of death is based on temperature, and yada, yada, yada. And guess what? It was really fucking cold up there.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, Uzumaki, you talking about buttses.
Take a good look at what the victim smelled. Do you see how it says Jinjil? Acolyte Zealot shouldn't have smelled any Jinjil on the night of the rite.
What do you mean?
You live here! Why do you not know this?
Let me back up my statement with some evidence for you. This should explain how the victim couldn't have smelled Jinjil on the night of the rite. Nope, not my statement. Believe!
Take that!
The High Priest's wife, Believe in Me, told me about the Feast of Blessings. The feast includes a number of Jinjil-based dishes. And they're only supposed to be served at a certain time of day before the rite.
I believe you're right. I'd completely forgotten about that.
During the feast, the unique smell of Jinjil pervades the entire kingdom. The fact that the victim smelled it means he was murdered between noon and 3 p.m. the day before the purification rite.
That's enough!
I am not so easily fooled. Did that autopsy report not make it clear? The estimated time of death was during the rite.
Oh, right. I taught her about that yesterday. Forgive me your benevolence, but the estimated time of death is just that, an estimate. Depending on the circumstances, it's possible for it to change.
What's this?
Like, if a body was kept cold, the slowed rate of decay makes the death seem more recent.
I believe I have heard something of the sort before. If it is as Mr. Wright claims, the estimated time of death in the autopsy report will have to be revised.
Oh, wow, it's just that easy, eh?
Okay. Thank you.
Barbed head, you blinded me with science!
I thought we were past these references.
He blinded you with science? He blinded me with science!
Sorry. Wait, what am I apologizing for?
No matter.
It's poetry in motion.
The murder may have occurred in the afternoon hours in the day before the rite. Sorry, afternoon hours. Nevertheless, the murder weapon with the accused's prints on it is incontrovertible evidence. I will now amend my insight to account for this new truth. The time of death has been corrected, leaving my insight infallible. Nick,
Change in the time of death is bound to cause some sort of inconsistency. If I had something that showed what it was like on that day, it could really help. Thanks, game. I appreciate that.
We already figured that one out, game.
No, I actually really appreciated that help.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Okay,
I wouldn't have known where to go.
Yeah, I was gonna say so many inconsistencies. Knowing which one they're looking for
It was
next
the afternoon,
is nice.
the day before the rite, though a bit dark. The pattern on the ground was visible. Hold on. Well, I guess we could do the site of that, because what told us what it was like that day is this one. 'Cause it's literally from that day, the day before the rite. Oh, wait, no. No, unless...
Oh, Gabriella, just
Wait.
killing them.
I'm trying to figure out these days here. So May 9th is the day of the rite,
May 9th is the day before, I thought. And then May 10th was the day of the rite.
Sorry.
Oh, can you look at
do we have that pamphlet? No, we don't.
What about the picture that shows the dinner? Because if that has a date on it at all, then
No, it doesn't. It's all the day before the rite. From the morning of the purification rite. So it was on the 9th. So we're dealing with the 8th. So we actually don't have anything that tells us that. On the day of the rite, the water in the spring was already red. Yep.
Oh, and that makes total sense for a lot of things. And why would my...
Perfect. I mean, do we hit him with the plaza ground now?
Let's see. What else they got? Oh, wait, go back one more. The accused held the defenseless victim down. Oh, and that's heavy.
That's the heavy, yeah.
Yeah.
Pain.
So yeah, so what do we have as like her statement? Because we're trying to contradict what she said.
This is the one we need to do, like by far. The victims laughing their prayers. We have nothing for that.
Yeah.
It was the afternoon of the day before the rite, though a bit dark. The pattern on the plaza's ground was visible. That's what we're dealing with. Then someone was there, and the theme to the plume punisher filled the air. We have nothing for that. The accused held the defenseless victim down and plunged a knife into her neck. We're not there yet. The blade struck true, and in an instant, he departed from this world. So this was the one that was updated, and they pretty clearly said, like, oh, now that this is done, there's got to be an inconsistency somewhere.
Yeah.
And though a bit dark, we don't have anything that really says the conditions of that day. Hold on.
You might be able to hit them with a sight. I think that you might be onto it.
I was too impetuous.
Impetuous, great word. What's it mean?
I don't know. I watched it on a video called Kathy's House.
Yeah.
Impetuous. Acting or done quickly without thought or care. I was too impetuous in my earlier statements of we already knew that.
Oakley dokley. I'm just gonna go with the site here. And we'll just see what happens.
My only
concern
is that the site is the same for every single one.
No, I was impetuous. I was too impetuous.
Not talking to us, talking to somebody else.
No, in chat.
The site is the same for each one, so I wonder if that hurts us at all.
I like the bongos on this track.
That's what I have to say to you. The change in the date and time of the crime has caused a new inconsistency to surface.
What's this? Ugh! You are making that irritating face again! Cease that at once!
Sorry, but this is the face I was born with. Now, let's focus on what's important. What the victim saw in his final moments.
Do you have bats in the belfry, Barbed Head? There is nothing to see. The ground at the plaza was all that entered the victim's eyes.
And that's what I find so strange. On the day before the rite, it should have been impossible to see that pattern on the ground.
Impossible, you say? Do explain.
This piece of evidence shows why the plaza's ground was not visible that day.
Because of the snow!
No!
What does it say about the weather? Yeah. We'll enjoy calm with warmer temperature to make sure we're not clear, be warned, however, that will... No, that's not it. Wait, unless thick white ice that froze on the ground of the Plaza of Devotion yesterday is melted. Okay, great. Great. Because it was the day... Yeah, okay, great.
Take that!
This newspaper has an article that is tiny in size, but huge in importance.
Huge.
Just like something else I know. It says that the ground was covered with thick, white ice the day before the rite.
What? But
The victim did not see so much as an ice cube on the ground.
Exactly. And so we must ask, what was the victim looking at in his final moments?
if you have something to say, then say it.
The last thing the victim saw was not the ground at the Plaza of Devotion. This can only mean that he was killed elsewhere.
Whoa!
Whoa. What you?
Bless you.
Then what do you suppose the victim was actually killed?
Yes. Tell us where, otherwise your argument is worthless.
About that. I hadn't gotten into that part yet. Any ideas, Maya?
Let me think. Well, it's somewhere green and shaggy, right?
Right, but where could that be?
What is it, Barbed Head? Giving up already?
No, not at all. Now, where have I seen something green and shaggy? This shows where the victim was killed. It's Bob Ross's
Scooby-Doo.
chia pet.
Oh, God.
Ah. Now we fly in.
The secret hideout the rebels were using.
The rebel hideout? There was no such place anywhere on the floor in that chamber.
You're absolutely right. There's no place. On the floor, anyway.
Then what did the victim see in his final moments if not the floor of the rebel hideout?
This is what the victim saw in his final moments. The shaggy green surface the victim saw was one of the moss-covered stone slabs. Enhance. As you can see, there are two distinct hand-shaped impressions in the moss here. I believe the victim was killed while he stood there with his hands pressed against the slab.
That does not agree with the seance vision.
It does.
Clearly.
No, that does agree with the seance vision. Sorry. When you say the objection, I expected you to disagree. However, one cannot definitely declare they are one and the same. I'm having troubles all kinds today.
I concur. There's no proof that a murder occurred in the rebel hideout.
Indeed. What evidence do you have of this?
His handprints are right there. I've already shown you the evidence.
What do you mean?
Please take a look at this second version of the photo I just showed you. You can see the result of the luminal test I performed in the rebel hideout. This is proof positive that someone had been bleeding in front of that stone slab.
Is this true?
This information has already been provided to the police.
Detective Sky, to whom does this blood belong?
Well, we thought it was the High Priest's blood that flowed in from the outside, so we haven't tested it yet. We made assumptions, and now people are gonna die because of our assumptions.
Never make assumptions, chat. You could kill Maya.
Since when has Emma ever not tested something, you know?
Right?
And he must
Passing
do
my
so at
limits
once.
right now.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Emma did an oopsie.
The Emma I know would have tested it 10 times.
Just for fun.
Yeah, right, Jensen. It almost seems like Emma wants Maya dead.
It appears the police have finished testing the blood, Detective Sky. Your report, please.
The blood found in the rebel hideout belongs to Perez-a-lot, just like the defense claims.
Yes.
Detective Sky, do you realize what your blunder has done to me? When this trial concludes, I want to see you in my prayer chamber. There, I will deliver a joyous sermon onto you for 8 hours straight.
Why do I feel like that 8 hours is going to become a lot longer as this trial proceeds?
I'm really sorry, but please, anything but that. Nick, maybe, just maybe, this is the chance we've been waiting for.
Yep, it would seem so. I hate to do this, Emma, but...
Go for it. It's full feet ahead.
The victim was killed in the rebel hideout the day before the purification rite. Then his body was moved to the Plaza of Devotion by someone we've yet to identify. So, when we thought we saw Acolyte Zealot praying during the rite, he was already dead.
Did no one notice the dagger?
That's what I'm trying to
We
wrap
examined
my
the
mind
shit
around.
out of him.
Unless they like reinserted the knife.
He had a scarf on.
Pull it up.
Oh, he did have the scarf on, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then why wasn't
yeah.
the scarf there on after?
And that's not all. If he was killed at the inner sanctum, that would explain one more thing.
The police moved the scarf because
That would be.
they were like, why isn't he moving? And then there was the scarf, and they're like, oh god, he's dead with a knife.
How the time of death was made to look later than it actually was. The proof of which was left behind at the sanctum. This points to how the time of death was made to appear later than it actually was. This is weird. This is probably like, I don't know, maybe a hard one, maybe a stretch, but I think it's this bunch of snow that's missing here.
Oh, to
So
make
they,
him
like, preserved him there.
colder. Yeah, baby, do it. That's a good
I mean, it's
one.
the only thing that makes any sense, right?
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
They probably froze him with that snow. I'm just gonna go for it. Take that! Yeah, great.
Why, these are photos of the inner sanctum.
I'd like you to focus on this one. The proof is right here in this photo. This is how the time of death was made to appear later than it really was. You see, the snow's been removed in this one spot only? That's because it was used to keep the victim's body cold. And that's why the time of death wasn't as it seemed.
The time was mistaken, and the place too? And just what do you believe that proves?
But that my client is innocent. Mm-hmm.
What of her fingerprints on the dagger, and the plumed Punisher theme that the victim heard? You have failed to address these two key pieces of evidence.
I see your point.
Wasn't this your big chance, Nick?
I'm really hoping that the difference in location can invalidate either the weapon or the theme song from being used as evidence against you.
Actually, that might be possible, at least for one of them.
Really?
What's this? You say you can contradict your argument for a key piece of evidence? Very well, let us see you try. Nick, take a good look at the rebel hideout photo.
Oh! The defense can invalidate this piece of evidence. The Plume Punisher theme.
The plumed Punisher theme? And how do you intend to support such a claim?
Since the murder happened in the rebel hideout, there's something there that played the theme song other than my client's strap.
It wasn't the strap. Is this true?
The item that played the Plume Punisher theme song was this. Whee!
The clock
The
radio.
calendar. Wait, what?
Clock radio?
This is the Plume Punisher alarm clock. I believe the victim heard its alarm go off.
What proof do you have that the alarm went off?
What proof do you have that it was my client's strap that played into the theme song? Oh!
Do not twist the facts with your lawyerly wiles. Either way, the accused would still be guilty based off of her prints on the murder weapon. And here is what really happened.
Oh, we're back into it.
Insight revised.
Though there have been some twists and turns, that is the truth of what happened.
You say the word truth, but I don't think you know what it means. I won't get anywhere until I can eliminate the dagger.
Most impressive, your benevolence. I see no inconsistencies anywhere in the prosecution's case.
No, there is one.
What's this? You still claim to be an inconsistency.
Try as you might, the outcome will always be the same.
No, you. No, you.
No, you 10,000. Heavy.
Wow, we're fucked.
In the hideout. Toad's cool.
I mean, I guess we could go with the heavy thing. I really wish I could see the chat log from here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. They actually took out the part where it
Push
said
down.
that push down. Yeah.
Right? That was my thought. I was like, oh, we'll just do push down. But
Yeah,
it's
but
not
they-
there
it's
anymore.
gone. Well, I guess that we can go stood with his hands on the stone slab in the hideout, and then we can point out heavy, because if he's standing with his hand on the slab, why would it be heavy? And then maybe we can have a conversation
Ooh,
from there.
That's really good.
That's the only other thing that we got, because I don't think we can dispute the pain.
No.
It didn't hurt at all.
It didn't hurt at all. It didn't hurt at all. Ooh, no, 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 no. Touch. Smell, sight, sound. Hold on. Someone's there. The theme filled the air. Yep. The accused plunged her knife into the defense's.
Oh wait, unless do we have anything that says where Maya would have been at that time? When does the trainee go and do stuff? Only because they said I'm not going to get anywhere unless I disprove how her fingerprints on the knife don't matter. That was like the line that led into this. So I'm wondering if there's something that says where she was now that we know it was the day before. Because doesn't she have to go start praying and then not leave? Oh no, that happens a bit later.
I think that, well, we
And
gotta.
May 8th.
Yeah, and we can't do anything with the evidence right now. It's all about what's going on here.
Yeah,
we have
okay.
to-
Heavy and standing. is
Yeah, I
fine.
think heavy and standing.
Stood.
Objection!
Nice.
Why, Liz?
And this should do it. It's all we have left.
Yeah.
The victim was originally thought to have been stabbed while bent over in prayer, but he was actually standing with his hands against the stone slab. So the question is, where did the sensation of something heavy come from?
Yes, I see your point.
Since the victim was standing, he couldn't have been held down.
Then tell us, Mr. Wright, what was that heavy sensation felt by the victim?
What caused the heavy sensation Zealot felt? Any thoughts, Maya?
I agree that the sense of heaviness seems important, but there's also the matter of Zealot's hands on the stone slab. Why were they even there?
Could it be related to the cause of the heavy sensation?
Well, Mr. Wright, do you have an answer for us?
Of course! I just envisioned the state Zealot was in when he was killed. The cause of the heaviness the victim felt was... Yeah, the culprit jumping on him. I totally would if it wasn't going to cost us. The only conceivable cause is... the stone slab falling over, trapping the victim underneath.
What?
Oh, the stone slab came falling down on him, crushing him underneath.
Right. That was the cause of the heavy sensation the victim felt.
While your theory is impressive, you have overlooked a key fact. The victim was not crushed to death. Rather, he was stabbed.
Oh yeah.
Or do you claim that the dagger was plunged in after the slab had fallen on him? Plus, had the killer been behind the victim, they would have both been crushed together.
Well, would you care to explain?
Sure, I'd love to. Doesn't mean that I can. How could the dagger have been plunged in after the slab fell on the victim? The killer couldn't have plunged the dagger into the victim after the slab had fell on him. But what if the murder weapon wasn't what we thought it was?
Well, there were other weapons in the rebel hideout,
I wanted to illumine all them all.
but the entrance to the hideout is right by the stone slab. There isn't enough space between the two to use any of the weapons found within.
Oh. Yeah, there's not much space by the entrance, is there? Oh, it's the bird.
The bird statue.
Of course they didn't test that blood either because they just assumed it was Terrustinies.
It all is coming together, isn't it?
Let me see that bird again.
Let me see this bird.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
you got
yeah,
With that
there it is.
daggery looking snoot.
Yeah. Oh, boy. So what was the real murder weapon then? I better think of something.
If the murder weapon wasn't the dagger,
God, that would be such a grisly scene to, like, have the door open and just real name, like, bleh. It's kind of like that one part in Hot Fuzz.
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh,
You've seen it, you know what I'm talking about.
if the murder weapon wasn't the dagger, then the dagger must have been plunged into the victim after he was already dead. That means he was stabbed at least twice, but the autopsy doesn't mention that.
Then he must have been stabbed in the same spot with something shaped like a dagger.
Hey, what do you think? Stepladder or ladder?
Obvious. Yeah, man. You don't need to ask.
Would the defense care to offer an explanation sometime this century?
Imagine if it was like 1999 and there was like an hour left. Man, you could be so snooty with that. I would like an explanation sometime this century.
This millennia.
Oh, this millennium.
Let's go
even.
back in time and make that a thing.
Wait, wasn't there something dagger-like near the entrance of the crime? Something that had a shape similar to the Warbad dagger?
Present your evidence at this time, Mr. Wright.
This shows what really killed the victim. Oh, fuck.
Could you do the picture or the they showed the map.
Yeah, I just want something in the description to mention it.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
I don't like these photos because it shows the high priest's body shoveled out of the area of snow and a lantern with a broken wind guard, but doesn't mention the statue.
That's why I think if you show the map, you can choose the statue.
But it just says shows where Maya and the high priest were during the rite. So just it feels really irrelevant. So just hold on a minute. Fuck. We can't.
I think it's either the photo of the high priest or the map. Those are my two because it's the only thing that shows the statue.
Yeah.
But you can safety save if you want.
Confidence save.
No, we just roll with it.
We're rolling.
On a lantern with a broken wind guard. Yeah. I don't know. The photo makes more sense to me.
Send the photo.
Is this not the photo from the scene of the high priest's murder?
It is.
Are you suggesting the murder weapon is hidden herein?
I am.
This shows what really took Praise-a-Lot's life. Phoenix, come on, we've been over this. It's not his real name. Oh god, there it is. There's the old Warbad horn, I guess. It bears horn.
But that is the...
The Warbad statue.
Exactly. The Warbad statue has dagger-like feathers protruding from it. This is what really took the victim's life. Yikes in my Nikes, yep.
You imbecilic fool! The statue is outside of the hideout. How do you propose it impaled someone who was inside?
Oh, you're gonna look so stupid, Nayuta. Haven't you heard?
Wait, is this a bird is the word joke here?
Have you heard about the bird?
Haven't you heard?
Everybody's heard that the bird is the word. Bird. Bird is the word. Bird.
Murder weapon. The Warbat statue also functions as the hideout's door.
What do you mean?
The statue can pull a complete switcheroo.
A switch-a-roo?
To put it simply, it's a revolving door.
A revolving door. Well, that makes perfect sense.
Therefore, I believe the truth behind the divination seance to be this. As the victim entered the secret hideout, the stone sculpture came toppling down towards him.
Oh dear, oh no, oh I got it.
He threw up his hands to stop it, but its weight forced him backwards.
Oh, this doesn't look good, oh no.
Unfortunately, the Warbat statue was right behind him.
This cannot be!
Really, really hurts, guys. Help, please.
That's enough!
But the accused's fingerprints were found on the dagger.
She had held it while rehearsing for the rite, which is when her prints got on it.
This is a shocking turn of events, but there is a great deal of circumstantial evidence in the defense's favor. I believe we must accept that the Warbat statue was what killed the victim.
Well, especially if you tested the blood on it.
Now that we know how Acolyte Zealot really met his demise, there's no basis for claiming my client committed this crime.
Nice work, Nick. How can this be happening yet again? The divination seance is the only truth.
No, your benevolence. No. It's not the truth itself, but it is a means for shedding light on the truth. Do you understand now? Your kingdom needs lawyers so that they can interpret your insights.
But that means I have been misinterpreting the voices of the spirits all this time.
Oh yes, you've convicted a lot of people to death.
Your benevolence. Are
Innocent
you
people.
unwell? All the colors drained from your face.
I will be fine. Continue your proceedings without me.
As you wish.
Bye-bye.
She didn't leave. She just slunk down to the floor and she's just sitting there.
Yeah, I know. She's like a mini boss of every trial. It's
She
kinda
really is. She shows up every time
Mm-hmm.
and then gets sad and leaves.
neat. Yeah.
I feel kind of bad for her every time.
Now then, I would have the defense continue. Please explain what you have learned and how, now that we know how the victim actually died.
Acolyte Zealot was killed in the hideout right before the, was killed in the hideout before the High Priest's murder. That means the body found at the Plaza Devotion was moved there by the real killer. But only after the Warbat dagger was thrust into him, to make it look like the murder weapon.
Oh, that does seem to agree with what we know. But why would the real killer go to such lengths?
I believe stabbing Acolyte Zealot's body with the dagger and moving into the plaza was...
A crime committed for fun.
To make it look like a warning from the Twilight Realm.
Yeah, to make it look like a serial murder, probably.
It was an attempt to make my client look like a serial killer. That's right. The real killer planned all of this. This forged serial murder case.
They did!
That's it, Nick. Keep hammering away.
That's what she said.
Your reasoning has more holes in it than that cheese you foreigners so enjoy.
I like Swiss.
What?
Like those putrid, hole-ridden clumps of curds that only a rat like you could love.
You know what I was thinking about? Curds. Like cheese curds? It's really just a cute way of saying curdled milk.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, get your curds. And it's like, those are curdled, it's curdles.
They're delicious.
They're delicious and they're curds. Also, some fun facts from GD is that the case starts with Phoenix experiencing an extreme amount of back pain. It's one of those Japanese japes where it's like, if someone feels extreme pain nearby, you'll feel it yourself. Like sneezing when someone says your name.
Huh.
A foreshadow jape, if you will.
Oh, neat.
Your reasoning, much like your putrid, hole-ridden brain, has putrefied.
What's his deal with things going putrid?
You have yet to overturn my argument that accuse the killer. A careful analysis of the chain of events up to the killings exposes the truth as follows. Disguised as Lady Kira, the accused found the rebel hideout the day before the rite, but Acolyte Zealot had followed her there after noticing her suspicious behavior. Caught by surprise, she pushed the stone slab towards him, and we know the rest.
I've never been to the rebel hideout in my life.
When the high priest arrived at the sanctum the next day, he realized what she had done. That is when the accused murdered him in order to silence him.
I believe Prosecutor Sadmati has posed a compelling scenario. The defense, on the other hand, has yet to disprove the accused's guilt.
Why would my client move Acolyte Zealot's body to where everyone could see it? And why would she stab the dagger with her fingerprints into his dead body? She had no reason to do any of those things.
The dagger in his corpse was likely a warning to the rebels. Something along the lines of, Lady Kira will slay the defiant dragons.
So that is why she moved the body to the plaza for all to see.
Now he has the judge convinced too. I thought I'd finally made some headway.
Oh, Mr. Wright, about time for one of your groans of distress, is it not?
Oh, he knows us.
Groan of distress. It kills me to admit this, and I've got nothing to counter his argument with. And I still haven't disproven the allegations against Maya.
Is it not time to end your futile struggle? You were already judged guilty yesterday. That makes you a dead lawyer walking. Accept the death that now awaits you, and in doing so, finally know peace.
A dead lawyer walking indeed. Then again, are not all lawyers who practice in Kurain? But I must admit I misspoke earlier. Allow me to amend my statement. I had said the defense's reasoning had a putrid cheese-like smell.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah? Tell me about that.
But I now realize the stench was from his own putrid body, on the verge of death.
Jesus. Now I'm a rotting zombie. Think. Who could have killed Zealot the day before the rite? Who knew about the rebel hideout and could gain access to the inner sanctum?
Only those involved with the rite can enter the sanctum, so...
Wait a second. Only a rebel would have known about the secret hideout, and the only person who was involved with the rite had access to the sanctum. And was suspected of being a rebel, is... Ah!
Did somebody come to mind?
Yes, except there's one huge problem.
A huge problem?
There.
What are you two going on about? Plotting your escape from the sacred hall? I would not put it past you, considering you have no means to raise further objection.
Don't we?
If I don't do something, Prosecutor Sadmati will have this one in the bag. I'll just have to bluff my way out of this, regardless of that huge problem.
They are.
Your Majesty, I believe there is another suspect in Praise-a-Lot's murder.
Even the most benevolent Holy Mother would not forgive such a desperate lie. After all, you know very well that such a person does not exist.
No, There is one person who knew everything.
Does such a figure truly exist? Tell us, who might that be?
I believe the prime suspect in Acolyte Zealot's murder is... I'll be your guide. Because
No!
he knows everything.
Okay, hear me out. What if nobody's to blame?
Oh,
And they
himself.
killed each other, and then freaking Dats just showed up and was like, oh.
Oh, okay.
It's not a good idea, and it's not even that a good, well-constructed thought.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought I should just say it.
The prime suspect of their murder. You're
Look at that good boy.
a good boy. You going?
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
only a rebel would have known about the secret hideout, and the only person who was involved with the rite had access to the sanctum and was suspected of being a rebel is okay. So it is not Believe yet.
It is not Believe.
I still suspect her though.
Instead, it is
THURS.
THURS.
Yeah, because the day before.
He's a rebel. And the problem is that he's dead.
It had to be someone allowed to enter the sanctum and who knew of the hideout, and that would be the high priest. He could have committed the crime if it occurred the day before the rite.
You would pin a crime upon the dead, knowing very well they tell no tales. Have you no shame?
That's kind of a funny line because, yeah, they don't tell tales. Okay, they are dead.
I mean, we do the divination seance, but that's different.
Yeah.
Well, also spirit channeling from the queen, but that's a whole different story.
That's different. Don't worry about it.
Dead men tell no tales. That is definitely a problem. If only the high priest could tell his side of the story. Looks at Maya.
In before Believe can actually channel spirits, and she's been channeling her husband.
Oh.
What? Do I have something on my face?
Wait a second. Could this actually work?
Oh no. Don't tell me I have some on my breakfast caught between my teeth.
No. If there's even the slightest possibility, I'll have to go with it. Your Majesty, dead men do tell tales. Therefore, I would like to request the high priest's testimony. Oh shit, it's happening.
His testimony? Then just how do you propose we get the deceased to testify?
There's a way for the dead to testify. It's known as the divination seance. Call her back.
Call her back. Hey, Mr. Megasi. Thank you.
Nayuta, you just went too far. No one badmouths cheese on my watch. I'm calling the cheese police.
I'm actually really craving cheese. I'm gonna have some cheese for lunch, whether it's like grilled cheese or
Ooh,
something. I'm
yeah.
eating cheese.
Hey, Slowpoke.
Slowpoke. Holy cow. Clay, you shaved.
Slowpoke. Nice.
That was another good one.
Let's do it. Channeling, baby. Thanks, guys. Summon him here by means of spirit channeling.
What did you just say?
Spirit channeling? Has this lawyer finally got insane? This is sacrilege. May the Holy Mother strike him down. I shouldn't have read that. You haven't had to read anything. I'll put those words back in. You're reading them now.
Peace. I am frankly astonished you even know of such a thing. But spirit channeling is a secret art that only Her Eminence Queen Garan can perform. And Her Eminence is far too busy with other duties to perform it here at our pleasure.
I suspected as much. That means our only hope is
No,
do or die, baby.
I love that she just like, my only hope is, and you just look over at Maya, and Maya's like,
It's okay, Nick. You can out me in front of everyone.
But Maya! I thought you wanted to keep it a secret here in Kurain.
Don't worry. It's not like it's against the law or violates some religious precepts, so I don't think we'll be punished. At least I hope not.
But this is a crucial period for you. It'll decide whether you become a master at of Kurain.
We don't have any other choice now, do we? If I'm found guilty, it'll be a lot worse than not becoming a master of Kurain.
All right. Thanks, Maya. Actually, There is someone here who is capable of channeling spirits. Oh God.
Why would they let
Oh,
her
God.
defend herself, though?
But even her benevolence, Princess Rafa, finds the divination seance to be a challenge. Who could possibly have greater spiritual power than she, aside from the queen?
That would be me.
Is this some sort of joke? A foreigner cannot possibly have such power.
Oh, even the royal princess is incapable of such a feat. Talking about feet now?
Peace, peace, I say. Is this true? Is the accused capable of performing the secret art of spirit channeling?
Well, yes. Yes, I can.
Now, Your Majesty, we'd like your permission to begin. Uh-oh.
Queen.
Uh-oh.
Queen Abadala is showing up.
Nuh-uh. That was Rafa for sure.
Damn it.
Your benevolence. Oh boy.
This is an outrage! An outrage, I say! First you make a mockery of the divination seance, and now spirit channeling?
The benevolence speaks the truth. Spirit channeling is a sacred right.
Born devils, I say they should put him to death immediately.
Still your voices! Barbed head, spirit channeling is a most sacred and secret of arts. Are you prepared to face the consequences of what you propose?
Yes, I am.
Your benevolence, are you saying you approve of their use of spirit channeling?
I will judge whether their claim is true. If this is but another one of their lies, they shall be executed on the spot.
Yikes.
Very well then.
I think you get the bailiffs.
Your benevolence? What if the accused accidentally calls forth an evil spirit?
Do you truly believe this foreigner is capable of channeling spirits?
Oh, well, no, but I wanted to be sure as I am responsible for the safety of all present.
What a good boy.
Well, an inexperienced practitioner could inadvertently call forth a dangerous spirit. But do not fear, for I have a Magatama of parting. With it, I can send spirits back to the Twilight Realm by halting the flow of spiritual power.
Interesting.
But what does Pot of Greed do?
Pot of Greed allows you to draw 2 cards.
Ah, it's a relief indeed.
These foreigners have thrown down the gauntlet. Let us not shirk from their challenge. We must prove them guilty and deliver their last rites. Do I make myself clear, Prosecutor Sadmati?
Perfectly, Your Benevolence.
Very well. The accused may channel the High Priest spirit. But first, we must take a short recess to prepare. We will resume as soon as the preparations are complete. Until then, this court is adjourned.
Bang. Bang, bang. I like the gavel sound in this game. It's a good one.
Good gavel.
It's good wood. Probably made of mahogany.
B C. On top of my water. Since I have this TBC.
Top of
Oh,
my
I always get the
water,
glass
it
with the
sounds
chip in it.
really good.
Just throw it away.
I think, we need to just get new mason jars.
Yeah.
These ones are getting chippy.
It's really weird when you drink out of a mason jar for so long that like every other glass that holds liquid feels so small.
It feels so like inconsequentially
I
small.
know, right?
Where you're like, oh good, a thimble of water. I'm quenched.
Not.
Remember when that
Is
was
this
like
the date of the game, or is my in-game clock, or is my like 3DS's clock way off?
I think your 3DS
I think
is
my
off.
3DS thinks it's 2012.
I think it
Oh
does.
boy. It was probably because I was doing some date manipulation in Animal Crossing.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. I've never played it.
Dominic! But what does the Magatama of Greed do?
I'm not sure if there's going to be like a cutscene or something right away, so I was waiting for Tom. Because we all
Let's
know
wait
how
for
weird it is to
Tom.
go back there. You've been saying this since the beginning, Clay. Sorry, Jess. I thought it was just the date in game, of course. All right, here we go. I should check what those options were. Interesting to have options there. May 12th, in the High Court of Kurain, accused lobby.
Number 3.
Ooh. Sorry, Maya, but this was the only way. You sure you're up for this?
Thanks for believing in me, Nick. Even though I don't know if my channeling ability's on point yet.
Oh, right. Before she started training here, her success rate was only about 30%. I know you can do it, Maya. At least, I hope she can. So you're sure you're ready?
Yeah, at least I think so.
You don't sound so confident. What about all your training?
Training's one thing, actually doing it is another.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. If she fails to channel the High Priest, we're as good as dead.
Relax, Nick. You can count on me. I'll show you what my training's done for me. This will be a moment you'll never forget.
Okay. I just hope it's unforgettable in a good way. You know what, for practice, why don't we channel Mia? It's been a while.
Aww.
Once we hear Abbott Inmy's story, I'm sure the truth will come to light.
I hope so. But he was hiding the fact that he was a rebel, so I doubt it'll be as cut and dry as all that.
Did you miss my cup entirely?
What? I rinsed the edge so you wouldn't have
It's just-
cold.
It's soaking wet everywhere.
Aw, that's really nice.
Oh, crap.
They're ready for you. Please return to the Hall of Justice at once. Or else.
Okay, Maya. I'm counting on you.
You got it. Here we go.
I don't know why the thought of Toad with, like, a gun makes me happy.
Bang, bang.
May 12th, High Court of Kurain.
Military Toad.
Did we switch sides? Or am I crazy?
I think you're
We've
crazy.
received.
Sorry?
I think you're crazy.
Probably. I'm probably crazy.
We have received
right.
official approval for the accused to channel a spirit here today. Now, if you will, Miss Svei, please proceed.
Yes, Your Majesty.
I can't believe it's only the Queen can channel spirits.
Execute him, put him to death right now!
Death! 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 Death!
Death.
Come on, Maya. I'm counting on you.
Just breaks down crying.
I've been studying here in Kurain for 2 years now, so that one day I'll become the master of Kurain Village, or Kurain, a village of spirit mediums back home.
In
But
LA.
First, in LA, I shall show you all the fruits of my training in your kingdom.
Wow. She seems really confident.
A neophyte practitioner such as you could not possibly channel a spirit. Okay, Your Benevolence, how about this? If I succeed, will you stop calling me a neophyte? Very well, if you succeed. Oh, I will. Just you watch.
Ooh. Ooh.
O spirit of trust in me, slumbering in the twilight realm, return now to the world of the living.
Those eyes are super cool.
Oh my god, no! Why? I knew it would happen! I knew it, but I wasn't prepared!
I refuse to believe. Oh,
Oh, okay.
Bring back Maya! Bring back Maya! No, not Maya, bring back Mia!
Who wants to be trust?
It could be Tom. I've got a lot of
what
voices, so.
is this place?
Oh my!
No, this cannot be.
Krunka!
Why
Oh
am
my
I
fucking
wearing
God.
this fabulous clothing?
This is so much fun. I love this.
I don't believe it.
I don't believe it. The accused spiritual power is the real deal. I have a lot to say. Huh?
Go Maya!
I do not understand. This cannot be. This simply cannot be!
My God, could you imagine the physiological constraint of spirit channeling if it actually did morph your body into the person you were channeling?
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh man, like science would be fascinated by it.
Oh, yeah.
By far.
Mm-hmm.
I must step out of here now before I forget myself.
Oh, okay.
But in me.
Would this be the Twilight Realm? And what of this?
Oh, he
I'm
likes
so
it.
fabulous. Luxurious mane of hair. I'm not used to this. Is it perhaps a gift from the Holy Mother for decades of faithful service?
Oh, right, he was bald before.
Mm-hmm.
But in me.
My. But if it isn't His Majesty, have you, too, shuffled off that mortal coil?
Please do not count me among the dead. It is only you who has passed on. But the spirit medium, Maya Fey, has brought you back among us today.
What? Why? Acolyte Faye has mastered the secret art of channeling spirits. I suppose that explains these gorgeous locks.
When I pass from this world, I, too, hope to be channeled with a full head of hair.
Though it may be for the briefest of moments. I give thanks for this splendid coiffure.
Coiffure.
Coiffeur. What is this game in
Coiffeur.
words?
Yeah, well, yeah, coif is a weird word.
Praise be to the Holy Mother. However, this kimono is a bit too snug for my taste, if you would excuse me.
Whoa! Oh! Oh!
There. That is better.
Man, it's gonna be real awkward if Maya comes back. Maybe that's why those. Never mind.
Oh, Lord.
Could we get to his testimony now? And I wish he'd kept his top on. Me too.
Why? You're that foreign lawyer that people speak of. as of
The
late.
cries for Censor Man.
Censor Man expand!
It would be really great if you could do like a multi-point thing so you could move him and make him larger at the same
Oh,
time.
that would be awesome. Censor Man is saving you all.
I
Oh,
honestly,
but
it's
what
making
about,
it so much
one
worse.
second. What about
Oh,
Perfect.
no.
Also worse.
or better? Now I got things to play.
Oh. Hey, Rajiv.
Rejoice! Witness the return of our spirit channeler. Her name is Maya Fey to rust in me channel form. Let's defy your guilty fate.
Oh.
And then we got some name puns.
Name pun. Thanks, TBD.
Ignoring their obvious English names, both
What?
Terust and Believe's Japanese names are weirdly obsessed with hair.
I'm definitely gonna make that joke every time the English names are obvious. What? No way.
Their Japanese surname is Atamu, which sounds like Atama, which means head.
Tama.
Thanks,
Can you
TBD.
play the third one?
Yes.
Thanks.
No, nope, down, nope, oh, no.
Oh.
Wait for
okay.
it. No, down. The 3 and a 4. Yeah,
Oh,
up 1.
nice.
Yeah,
I
perfect.
see. Third one. No, I can't.
Awesome, me too. I'll read it anyways. Terust's name is Marumeru, and Marumeru is in reference to Marumeru, meaning to make bald.
Oh.
Wait, and that was the wife's?
No, Terust's
Oh,
name.
okay, yeah, okay.
I can't play that one, but I'll play this one.
Hey, TBD.
Lieb's name is Sara, which comes from Sarasara, which means silky, in reference to her silky hair. Wow, way to mock the dead.
Yikes. Sara.
Hey, my favorite one.
Now all I need is just for those 3 girls to be believed.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Or
And
to
that-
rust.
That'd be perfect. Sorry, I meant to rust. I meant to rust. Yeah, no, believe it.
Banned for showing a topless girl on stream. That's a joke, YouTube police. It's not really. It's a man.
And
He's a
either way,
man.
we have
He's a
sensor
man.
balls
Yeah, we got sensor balls.
and sensor hair.
Thanks, YouTube.
Amazing. Thank you. And thank you, TBV, for the explanation there. Interesting.
RTP.
I mean, you know, I guess they say to marry what you love most, right?
Yourself. And this is not the Hall of Justice. Why have I been summoned here?
Forgive us for calling you back from your eternal rest. But you've been accused of murder.
There was one more donation, but I can't play it. Blood Kitten. Rip sleep attempts. Hello, memories I've tried to suppress.
Yeah, it's something. Thank you. I'm sorry about Streamlabs, guys. It's a little finicky sometimes, especially when things come in really quickly.
Yeah, like if something comes in while I'm playing something else, it breaks everything.
Might we ask you to testify on your own behalf?
Oh God, no!
Oh, knees don't bend that way. I have.
Look at how
been
tiny the shoe
accused,
is. It's so little.
my God, of murder. That is troubling indeed.
Ah! What's with that crazy pose?
Is this really cause for such astonishment? Even the lowliest of monks can achieve such a body control with the proper training.
Oh, I wonder if Albie will be able to do that someday.
Will the defense please explain the situation to the High Priest?
I'd be happy to. Your disciple, Perez-a-Lot, has been murdered. It happened on the day before the purification rite. And the crime occurred in the rebel hideout hidden within the inner sanctum.
Acolyte Zealot. Acolyte Zealot. He has been killed. Who would do such a thing?
Someone who knew of the hideout and had access to the inner sanctum. In other words, you, Abbot in me. After all, weren't you secretly a rebel? Jesus.
Lucky Believe, though.
There's so much
Good
going
for
on there.
you, girl. Get that.
Okay.
He's gonna say
His-
no.
His right arm has like full 360 motion almost.
Yeah.
And it's going all the way across his back. That is so impossible.
What that arm do, though?
Oh dear. That's still Maya's body. I hope he doesn't break anything.
Oh.
Oh, why would they show this angle?
To think he'd master such an advanced form. He's still worthy of our veneration, even in his death. Praise be to the Holy Mother! Praise be to the Holy Mother! Oh my. Have my rebel allegiances been exposed? Not even my wife knew of that. Seems to rest in peace is not my fate.
Don't anyone in chat think that makes me suspect her less, okay? Because it doesn't. She did everything, and I'm convinced of it.
She's Pregonanant, Clay.
I don't care.
That's why she's the most
Okay.
dangerous.
Maury didn't tell me. I don't believe it. Why did you, a devout priest of Kurainism, join the rebellion?
The High Priest has come back to us for but a brief time, defense. Shall we not cut to the chase and ask the most pressing of questions?
Oh, right.
Abbot Inme, the prosecution believes the one who slew both you and Acolyte Zealot to be Maya Fey, who had been playing the role of Lady Kira in the rite.
Being that as I was dead until just a moment ago, my memory is a bit hazy.
Oh boy. Not this again.
There it is.
JD!
I'm uncomfortable.
How high uncomfortable, so are we.
Mhm.
Could you please do your best to remember?
I am also uncomfortable. The high priest says his memory is hazy.
It is all coming back to me. It is as prosecutor said Maria concluded. I was slain by none other than my affair.
The High Priest's statement has proven my assertions with regards to his murder correct.
No! But what about Acolyte Zealot? You were the one who killed him, weren't you?
I know not about my disciple's murder. Furthermore, I have an alibi of my own.
An alibi? Seriously?
Ah, ha, 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 ha. It seems the testimony the defense had been hoping for is working against him. Now, Abbot Inme, your testimony, if you please.
Yes. Yes, of course. Oh man, I'm so looking forward to his testimony that we're going to hear.
No, let's go through this and then we can stop it once we go through this.
Right now!
Oh, that's fine. Sure, next time.
Or not!
No, he was saying right now, like as in you're going to hear the testimony right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Because you were like, we're going to go through it. And so I was like, right now.
Yeah.
And then you're like, no. So I have no clue if we're doing it or not.
Right now we're hearing the testimony. I have an ironclad alibi for the time during which the murder took place. Just past noon on the day before the rite, I was entertaining guests at my home.
Ah! God, the sound.
Why? And I believe my guests can corroborate this.
You had guests. Just past noon. That's right about the time Zealot was murdered. Are you sure about that?
Absolutely.
Come to think of it, Rafe had told me about a spirit's memory.
A spirit's memory is cut off at the moment of death.
So even a spirit that is brought back after centuries doesn't sense any gap in time between the moment of its death and the moment it's channeled.
Yes, and yet it clearly recalls all of the memories it had in life.
The High Priest seems to know exactly what he's talking about. So, the question is, what would be the best angle of attack? Maya, what do you... Shit.
I am not Maya.
I have an alibi, and it's gonna delay
Hey,
everything till
Petit!
tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Where's the why the frick you lying meme? Because it applies.
Truly does.
It truly does.
Truly does.
We.
We think he's lying?
All we're missing is a lot of, because it's a lot of lies.
Bam! Thank you, Petit! Woo!
This is what you're here for, isn't it? No, not what you're here for. How about the chin? How about the chin? No,
I think
you
he's
just want to go.
He's
Okay.
hungry. He's like, I want someone to feed me. But what you guys don't realize is he's got expensive cat food in his bowl upstairs, but he doesn't like it because it's fish flavored, and all he wants is the chicken flavored, except the ones with peas in it because he doesn't like peas.
I thought he really liked tuna.
I thought he liked tuna too, but he doesn't like fish.
DVD. Thanks again, guys.
I don't know what's wrong.
Thank you, a petit éclair.
There's cats outside. There's garbage cats outside. I've called the
Yeah.
garbage meowing cat Shirley because I just think like it suits the cat.
I was almost going to tell the police about like a grown man moaning outside. This is what it sounded like. It was so freaking weird.
Really not great. I can't math, so here you go. No, it would be this.
Oh, snap. Okay, you gonna do that or should I?
I will do it. I will do it 9 times. Hey, Joey!
Jambo Jambolina!
Joey Jambo!
Thank you.
Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this game.
Hell yeah.
When you get to Persona 3, I recommend you get the FES and the PlayStation Portable versions because they have all kinds of brand new content fixes that improve the games overall.
Yeah, I think we decided on the FES version, especially for the memes and whatnot. So yeah, absolutely. And then I don't know, maybe if there's time, we could do the portable version later. I mean, I have no reason not to play it. Later
Except
on,
if it's exactly the same.
well,
Oh, right, later on.
but it's not though. And later on, yeah, like I think after the Royal, like there are definitely games that would go in between. But it'd be like playing Persona 5 and then the Royal later. Like I would definitely want some times in between. But yeah, no, I think we're gonna start with FES though. But thank you, and cheers.
Cheers.
To a happy lunch.
Whew. And speaking of Persona, we're starting the harm route. I have it all kind of half mapped out, so we're just gonna, go for it. I got it all figured out.
I made a
see.
really good thumbnail for it.
Nice, I saw. Very good. You should go look at that thumbnail. Yep. Make sure you leave a like on this video. Leave a like on that video.
Yeah.
It's fun to click buttons. You know what they should have done?
What?
Instead of a thumbs up, they should have just made the like button a big red button.
Oh.
And who
Yeah.
could resist pressing the big red button?
Oh, yeah.
Hit that big red button
Yeah.
instead of hit that big red subscribe button.
Oh, yeah, it is red, isn't it? Do you know the YouTube logo is the purest form of red?
Really?
Yeah, it's just pure red.
Huh.
Maxed out red. No
Is that
colors.
like FFOOOOO?
Yeah. Whichever it
Damn.
is. But yeah, it's just it's pure red.
Oh.
But yeah, thank you guys for being here, and we'll definitely see you tomorrow.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye, I love you. Bye, have
Bye.
fun. I'll see you at the date.
And absolutely, Danielle. Absolutely.
Okay, bye.